Rolling.
Rolling.
Keep those rawhides rolling.
What'd you say?
Keep them.
No,
You say roggies?
No, because isn't it like rawhide is the end of it?
Keep them doggies
Keep them
rolling.
doggies
rawhide.
Welcome to the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht, drinking some Coke.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Each week, Allison and I and our lovely counterpart, Tom Krajewski, spend approximately a half hour. Mm-hmm. We should be called the half-hour-ish happy hour, which I think we've talked about
We should be
before.
called the 40 minutes happy hour.
the solid 40-minute happy hour.
Sometimes we're 38.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
The 3/4 of an hour happy hour.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's a good way to put it.
Anyway, we talk about shit.
Yeah. How was your week?
My week was awesome. It was E3.
Yes, I know. I want to talk.
E3 video game week. What?
So for those of you who don't know about E3,
Those people wouldn't be listening.
those
to
people
this
don't
podcast.
listen. So let's just talk about E3. That was actually, I was going to say that as one of the stories. I just have E3.
Oh, sweet.
So we can just talk about the cool stuff that we saw at E3.
That's not a story then. Then don't ask me how my week was.
Okay, how was your week besides E3?
There was no part of my week besides E3.
What?
Yeah, all I did was E3 this week.
I know, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. The stories.
You had a bottle of vodka at E3.
You did a
I had a bottle of vodka at a party after E3. Let's not make it sound like I got drunk on the job.
Let's also not make it
Even
sound
though-
like you drank an entire bottle of vodka.
Yeah, also, that's basically what this podcast is us getting
Yes,
drunk on the
exactly.
job.
No one would be surprised. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactamundo. Well, what did you see? What cool stuff? I was there for like a hot second.
Just a hot second,
Just
because it
one
was
hot
really hot
second.
this week, too.
It was very hot. It's very hot currently right now. I think every show I've ever been on, I've complained about how hot it is. I mean, and I'm not saying like every episode of this.
Alex
I mean
sweats.
every show I've ever been
period.
on. Yes.
Battlefront.
Battlefront. Star
Fuck
Wars
yeah.
Battlefront.
I want to be an AT-AT and blow motherfuckers up.
Yeah. By the way, that should be their slogan for like, come join the Empire.
Blow motherfuckers up.
Blow motherfuckers up. Cling. Yeah, Battlefront looks fantastic.
Yeah, it really does.
I mean, the only sort of like wah moment of it all was that my buddy played it and he was like, I was like, dude, Battlefront. And he was like, yeah, it's fantastic, but it's a multiplayer shooter. So if you're not a multiplayer shooter fan,
It's not really a story. You're not like campaigning through it.
I think it's mostly
It's set up for 20 on 20, right?
something like that. Yeah.
Something insane like that.
Wow.
40 people can play it at once.
But there's also sort of these like co-op modes, which are sort of like zombie, right? You know the zombie modes in Call of Duty? So it's sort of like you have these objectives that you have to do, and then you have to sort of like protect from waves of bad guys, whether they're rebels or Imperials.
So those games do really well. Like, what's that other one where you get in the mech and you're running around? It's only like a multiplayer
Titanfall.
game. Titanfall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are popular now where it's just... Because I
huge.
like playing...
Those are what the kids are playing these days.
Those are what
on
they
their
call
Atari
popular.
2600s.
Yeah, on their Atari 2600
Commodore
Titanfall.
64s.
Well, but games like the Call of Duty stuff and the Battlefield stuff, there are people who literally purchase those games and never play the single player.
That's insane because I only play the single player.
Right, I know.
Dude,
but then
okay,
there's
I was feeling like alone here. I only played the single.
No, I had buddies that were like, they just love like Call of Duty, like Black Ops 2. Like they're just like, the multiplayer is why I play this game, and so they'll literally never play the single player.
Yeah.
So with games like Battlefront or Titanfall, it's sort of like, this is what it is. You know what I mean? There is no offline version.
I also loved Unravel
What?
with Yarny.
Everybody, all the girls that I've ever talked to were like,
Yarny. I love those kinds of games. Like those are awesome. Like when you're just like solving puzzles to figure out how to get through a level and that type of stuff. Like that's the stuff I want to play. And I'm also really intrigued by Recore. That Microsoft.
Yeah, that looked really interesting.
I know we saw no gameplay on it, but I was like, what is this game? I want to play it.
Yeah, with like the good balls and the bad balls. That was basically what it was.
Yeah,
it was
good
like,
balls and bad balls.
Good balls and bad balls. It was like, ooh, that's red.
Also,
it's never good when your balls are red.
Yeah, I know.
Although blue is supposedly the happy
The
one.
worst.
The
I feel like
one?
Yeah.
in the game.
In the game. Tom.
he brought it up. I was.
He's like, I don't know balls. balls. What?
Balls.
Yes, Recode looked or Recore looked
because
really
the balls
good.
are the core.
Correct.
And you can reuse them. Recore. Cool. What? Knowledge
Fallout
bomb
4.
Thrown.
Fallout 4. I'm so psyched.
Yep.
And by the way, Bethesda came out and said that there's no way that your dog can die in the game.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
That's awesome.
Literally, the first time it came out, I was like, oh man, motherfucker, they're gonna kill that goddamn dog.
Speaking of dogs dying, segue. Have you guys seen the trailer for that movie Max?
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
First off, the dog doesn't die. I mean, it might die at the end. I have no idea, but doesn't die in the trailer. But the dog's owner dies. But have you seen this trailer?
No.
Okay,
I won't see it because somebody told me about it.
I saw it when I saw Jurassic World. Yeah. By the way, biggest grossing movie opening weekend. Whatever.
Crazy.
So they have this trailer for Max, and it's about the German shepherds that are over in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the dog bonds really well with one of these soldiers, and then the soldier gets killed, and the dog can't work with anyone else. He was so tightly knit to this soldier, so they give the dog to the soldier's younger brother, who's back home in the States, and it's about the boy who's like is so upset from losing his brother, and he has to deal with this like dick of a dog, and like them like
that is amazing. I hope that line is in the movie. I'm so sad over my loss of my brother, and I got to deal with this dick of a dog.
That's the subtitle of the movie. Max,
dick of a dog.
But the thing is I saw this trailer and I leaned over to my buddy Rob and I was like, is it just me, or do you feel like they made this movie because of the Call of Duty dog that came out 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Remember when that was a big deal when they released the Call of Duty and there was a dog in it and you were like so stoked you could play as a dog? I'm like, that was so popular. They made this freaking movie about that dog.
It's the COD dog.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Although,
also, you cry in the trailer. It's impossible to not cry in the trailer.
As a dog owner, I don't think I can ever see Heather was like on a plane or something, and she started watching Marley and Me.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh boy! Yeah.
But she had no idea. She was just like, "Oh, it's a cute dog movie."
If it's a cute dog movie, the dog always dies.
No, the moment he like
is this a spoiler alert for people who haven't seen it?
No, because I mean, it's just the moment that he was like he was going up the stairs, and it like was a little hard for him to go up the stairs, and she was like, "I'm out," turned it off. She's like, "Fuck that noise," clank.
Nope.
Yeah, not gonna follow this up.
Nope.
So yes, Max. So Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
No need to worry about that dog.
Yeah, and it's in Boston, my hometown.
Yeah.
There you
go to Fenway Park.
Beantown.
Wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Wicked pissing.
Did you download the Fallout Shelter for the iPhone?
Dude, I didn't yet. I'm gonna do it soon. Wicked soon.
Wicked. You better do it wicked soon.
Wicked soon. Wicked soon.
But I do. Did you play it?
No, not yet.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I know. It's like this little iOS. I'm sure they have for Android. Lady.
I like that you look at me. You're like, I'm sure.
Well, I feel bad.
You lowly Android user could probably use it too.
I believe it translates down.
You people can also do it.
Whatever.
Yes. Oh my God, we started. I don't know how I got onto this thing, but there's a game called The Drowning.
What?
Holy crap!
That sounds like nothing I want to play.
Dude,
do you drown?
No.
Is it about saving yourself from drowning?
No, it's so hard to explain. But the gameplay is actually really freaking cool. Okay. The whole concept is you've got a gun, and
I like it already.
And then you just tap on the screen, and between your two fingers is where the bullet goes.
Oh, cool!
So you're like tapping. So it's like if you can tap
aiming?
between, but it's like that's where you're going to shoot.
Okay.
So you're constantly sort of like tapping, and oh my dear Jesus, I showed Heather, and she just was screaming the whole time. Like,
is it just a time suck? I don't get it. What do you mean? Why are you screaming?
Because there are constantly these weird zombie things in your face.
Oh, because
and your phone will
really
vibrate,
active.
and you have to turn around. So you're rotating, and there's like a flip button where you can like rotate quickly behind you.
Yeah.
And you like flip back, and there's just a fucking guy who's like, bah! Dude, so intense.
So no one drowns.
No,
why? I guess you drown in zombies.
It has to do with. I didn't get very far to it, but the story is that there's like this oil slick that gets released. But then this like super virus gets into it and starts morphing in and
there's a whole bunch of bad
zombies.
shit going on.
It's a bunch of bad shit going on.
Yeah.
But it was really cool, and so I downloaded those two.
Cool, man.
The Fallout Shelter.
Right,
3D or not 3D VR was like the belle of the ball.
You tried it.
I did not. I mean, I've tried it in the past, but now it's like that's all they're talking about.
Yeah.
But in the augmented reality stuff, the Microsoft, did you remember that with the
I already
Minecraft
talked
table?
about how
So my buddy,
the Minecraft table thing looks cool, but it brings me back to what we talked about when we talked about the HoloLens on the show. Is like I just feel like VR is going to make us even like retract from society even more, as opposed to interacting with human beings. This is probably me being an old person.
No,
now.
I agree. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So my buddy Jeff did this thing where he said that I can't remember where it was, whether it was Oculus. I think it might have been Oculus, but he said it's a fucking holodeck. Like you put on this helmet, you sit at a table, you have these like glove hand things.
Glove hand things,
and another person, whatever they like gloves, but they go on your hands. So whatever those would be,
I think
socks. That's what I was looking for.
Socks for your hands.
I was looking for socks for your hands.
your
Glove-like socks. But no, and then you sit down at the table, and there's another person sitting opposite you, and they're at another table in another room, and you have a whole conversation with them in virtual space.
Wait, is it? Oh, but you're
in two totally separate rooms.
I'm kind of confused. It sounds like you're just FaceTiming.
But no, you see their like actual avatar, and they wave, and they're, you know what I mean, like
hi.
Although it does feel a little bit like
hi. That's like my me.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But how cool would that be? I mean, it's whatever. But the other thing he said that
I think. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that the HoloLens supposedly has like no peripheral vision.
Ugh.
Like it's really like
yes. It's like a postage stamp. Yeah. I think we need to stop talking about E3 and move on to emails because
12 minutes.
E12s.
There was so much E3 coverage this year that all these people listening to us are probably like, yeah,
we saw it.
I know.
Yeah, you're like, I do remember that.
Yeah. Apologies, listeners.
All right,
like
here we go.
Every 2 steps you took in E3 was like a Twitch booth or a YouTube booth or something like that.
I'm sure it was periscoped the whole time anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I love Tom's just like, I'm gonna throw out something.
I know technology.
I know technology. It was probably periscoped or something.
Good job, Tom.
I rolled my mustache.
Yeah, exactly.
It was probably periscope.
Yeah, it was like keyword.
Emails.
Emails. So we got some good emails. This one's from Scott Bell, which I thought was good.
What? Scott Bell?
Scott Bell. It was great because it's just like.
By the way, did you guys see on Twitter that I totally won the Rouet name?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, did you remember if that was correct or not?
I didn't know which one was correct. He just said I had the correct pronunciation. So I'm going to go with Rouet. Rouet.
I like it.
Ooh.
You're going to get a tweet that's like, you messed it up that time.
No, now you're wrong. But
now you're
in
wrong.
my heart, you're Rouet.
So Scott Bell, I pronounce it Bial. It said, hello, Allison, Tom, and Alex, but mostly Allison.
Oh, hi, Scott.
So these
How's it
links
going?
here. So he sent some links, which we are not going to use. Love you, Scott. Thank you so much for sending those in. I believe that's it for now. Hope all of these find these interesting. Love the podcast. I wouldn't mind if it was longer.
Oh.
I'm just not
The
going
only
to.
reason we're not going to make it longer is because then our name doesn't apply anymore.
Exactly. And then he said, although it may be a good length for a BART travel, so it's unfortunately perfect.
Yep, there you go. It is.
But not long enough for metro travel. I don't know where he is. Maybe DC or something like that. P.S. Allison is an angel. And I'm excited for BattleBots.
Yes, BattleBots! By the time
BattleBots.
you're hearing this podcast, we premiered last night. If you're listening to this now on Monday, I don't know why I said if you're listening to this now. You're obviously listening to this now. So I'm hoping that it was a huge success, and we got all the ratings, and we'll go to season 2.
All the ratings.
Dude, first off, I think people are really having a good time with this thing. So we got this email. It says, please read my suggestion.
Okay.
Hi, Alex. My name is... Hold on. He did the pronunciation.
Okay.
Juji Mu Few Few.
Juji Mu Few Few.
Juji Mu Few Few.
Okay.
And I'm in Dubai.
Yeah, you are. Dubai.
You guys
We have
talk
Dubai
to each
listeners.
other each week about new articles mentioning transferring consciousness into bodies or saving memories.
Fuck that shit.
And what I was not thinking, why don't you three do this together and see the movie Selfless? Have you seen the movie Selfless?
Oh, yeah, where you're Ben Kingsley and you
You're
get
Ben
put
Kingsley.
in a Ryan Reynolds body. I
Yes.
saw that right after the trailer I saw for Max, the Call of Duty dog.
Yes. So he wants us to see it and do it and then talk about it.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
We
I
can
know
totally
some
do
guys.
it.
Although I got to be honest, I don't know how I feel about that movie. But I will go see it with the two of you. and we'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so. And then we can be
good.
like, this looks good.
We could do.
I would like to do this.
Yes.
Periscope. We can figure out.
I
switching
know
minds.
Periscope. It's good. No,
Is
you
he
can't
basically
do it.
asking us to put us in each other's bodies? I can't get that out. I'm not even drinking.
That was sex, Tom. He's not at what?
That was sex?
Asking us to put ourselves in each other's bodies.
That's not. First off, that is a loose
confused.
description of
Was
sex.
he-
Secondly, he was saying to swap brains
I know
bodies.
that what
saying,
he's
but he didn't say it
suggesting?
that way.
Anyway, I
He's
love
saying let's go see this movie about swapping brains.
and then talk about it. Whether it's like did they touch on our fears?
yes.
Okay, so my Periscope reference was lost then.
Still-
because
it's
I was
still
trying to
good.
say I know
Yeah.
technology to switch our brains.
Oh, I gotcha. Use Periscope to switch brains. Love your three faces. P.S. My name isn't really a Jimmy Juju.
Of
or
course not,
whatever.
because that sounded like a candy.
It's Corey Lawrence.
Corey. Oh, I know Corey Lawrence.
He
Hi,
says,
Corey.
But I digress.
But I digress.
Well, thanks for the emails, everybody. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
We love your faces as well.
yeah.
Fans.
Thanks for listening.
That's not even a thing. I was just going to say fans at something, but that's not true. Half Hour Happy Hour fans at gmail.com.
halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com.
Okay, so
Should we talk stories?
let's talk stories.
Yes.
Here we go. Future.
Future.
I've heard of it.
NASA now has humanoid robot working on the space station.
Sheesh.
Okay.
There is a
I'm okay with
humanoid
this so
robot
far. Yeah.
working on the space station.
Right? What's
So,
his name?
His name, I have no idea. His name is
he needs a
RoboButt.
name. RoboButt.
Yeah, that's a technical term.
That would be something
this is
that
what
like
the robot
us
looks
assholes
like.
would do. Okay, he's humanoid-ish. For those of you, obviously all of you who can't see what we're looking at,
He's
He's like
humanoid.
Looks
but
like
he's
babies.
he's more like a centaur.
Yeah, he looks
He's
like
very much a centaur.
He's like if a centaur had wheels instead of legs.
He's called the Robonaut.
and it was a robot.
Isn't that
Robonaut?
Robonaut.
Robonaut.
Robot astronaut, I think is what it's called.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like a cross between C-3PO and the Michelin Man.
Shouldn't it be called an astrobot?
Oh, Astrobot does
Because
feel
isn't
better.
astro like the fact that you made it into fucking space?
Yeah.
So I
And
feel like
Naut
we're
is just
shorting.
like Traveler.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
shorting him the space part by calling him a robonaut.
I mean, he's a fucking robot, which
Yeah.
is futuristic enough for me.
I know,
But I know what you
Astrobot.
mean. You're like, whoa, where do you not, Robonaut?
Yeah.
You're like, Canada.
At sea? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Canadian robot adventurer. Robonaut.
If we were
Oh, that's
Russian, we
funny.
could call him Cosmobot.
Cosmo?
Cosmobot.
Yeah, that's cooler.
That's way cooler.
Yeah.
Russia. Here's the thing. Russian technology just seems so. It's so funny how like Japanese culture, like Japanese tech shit, feels
Yeah.
very like cutting edge.
Yeah.
American tech shit feels very sort of like it's workhorse. Like it'll do it.
Yes.
It's a little shiny, but it's really functional. You know what I mean?
Right.
Russia just feels like it's like the shit that's going to fuck everything up. You know what I mean?
Why do you think that?
Like in
Yeah.
a great like I mean, and they were the first to put a satellite in orbit. Like they're definitely ahead
Yeah,
of their times.
they beat us in the space race, remember?
Yes,
They won.
Those sons of bitches.
The Red Scare.
but I feel it really does. It feels like they're just like, well, how do we do it? And they were like, well, there's the safe way, and then the way we could do it today. And they were like, let's fucking
Let's
do
do
this
it
shit.
fucking today.
Yeah.
Well, you've
We
heard
just
the
shove
the
some
story.
radiation up Cosmobot's butt and fucking shoot him into the sky. All right.
There's that story that like NASA spent something like $86,000 on figuring out how to get a pen to write in space because without gravity the
yeah.
ink doesn't go down, and the Russians should just use a pencil.
But it's,
They were like,
Yeah.
why are we looking in pen?
Yeah.
Yeah, pencil work, right?
Pencil doesn't need gravity to work.
Pencil. It's like it's like
Just
playing
needs
rock
pressure.
paper scissors, and it's
Yeah.
like we're gonna go with paper, and they were like, we do gun. You're like, you can't. It's not even. All right, you win. Gun beats rock. Gun beats scissor.
We do gun.
We do gun.
Can that be our new T-shirt?
Yeah, we do.
Did we come up with a T-shirt slogan every episode?
It's got to be Vladimir Putin and Obama doing rock paper scissors, and it's just Putin with a gun going, "We do gun." Oh God, I love it. So he's up there. I love that it's a he. The amorphous man
Why?
type thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Sexist.
Exactly. I said it, and I thought
Yeah.
I'm so sexist. I'm too sexist for this chair.
Yes.
Anyway, so one of the things they're doing is they're thinking about using him for medical situations where you can actually have a doctor on Earth seeing a monitor and then actually being the hands of Robonaut.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, like ripping open somebody's chest and like touching things.
Because we're going to do surgery in space now?
If somebody burst appendix, well, you can fly home. You know what I mean? But you can't just go, oh, man. Hey, is the 5 o'clock shuttle going to be here because my appendix just exploded?
Yeah.
Wait.
No, but like you could freaking cut your hand.
How do you get the blood to not seep out of your body if it's anti-gravity?
Yep.
We'll need to figure out anti-gravity
blood. What the fuck's going on with that, Alex?
No.
How
you know what?
do anything?
Pencils. We'll solve this the Russian way. Pencils.
Just jam a pencil in that appendix.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crazy glue. Because it's crazy.
Oh, that's so weird. Bleeding in 0G.
First off,
just
that must have
bubble.
happened.
Yeah.
I mean, that must happen. You know what I mean? Because you just fucking grab something and cut your finger. You know what I mean? You're doing science up there.
I know. I would probably do
Science
it on
is
purpose.
dangerous.
I'd probably be like, I just want to know and prick my finger with a scalpel.
By the way,
whole
have
thing
you?
comes crashing down?
By the way, have you ever do you remember when? Did you ever get that blood test thing where they when you were?
I hated that thing.
The needle. That
I
was
hated it. It was like on a
pulled
little
back.
piece of paper, and it just was like.
and and it's like sits
wait,
back,
what?
and then you put your finger in it, and it goes, snap.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't do that thing.
Oh, what was the thing you did?
I don't know. Mine was
Paper
just
cut?
a little tiny thing. Oh, don't talk about paper cuts. Oh, I hate paper cuts so much.
You don't like paper cuts?
Oh God, I have such I have such strong empathy that just thinking about paper cuts, I feel them and I hate it.
Don't tell the Russians. No,
Yeah, they're like,
against
we
you.
do little baby paper cuts on you,
No!
Allison.
Oh,
Little
God,
baby
I hate
paper
it.
cuts. So many paper cuts. Hey, your printer was jammed, so we would get lots of paper cuts.
No! Oh, I hate that.
First
I hate
off,
that.
the worst is that feeling right after you get it, where
Yeah.
it's like it hasn't yet started to hurt, but you've felt it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like,
it's gonna hurt. Ah, it
happen,
hurts.
and then it starts hurting. And then the other thing is when you forget, like a day later,
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt, and you're like, oh yeah, paper cut,
And then you
like
eat something salty.
yeah, or you like grab a lemon.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it when I grab lemons and I have paper cuts.
First off, we would be horrible being tortured.
Yes.
Like you and I would be like, what do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Yeah, I'll tell you everything.
What's the drill for? I'll let you know what you want to know.
Yep.
Because it'd just be like, we're going to do a lot of stuff, but we're going to start with paper cuts.
No!
You're like, whatever. What do you want?
They pull out a hammer. We're going to bash your hand. You're like, oh, phew, I thought it was going to be a paper cut.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait a minute.
And they're like,
Paper cuts.
do we have any paper
We
in this torture
really
chamber?
need to stop talking about it.
All right. Well, the good news is that Robonaut doesn't have to worry about paper cuts.
Yes, very
Because
true.
he's a robot. Yeah, why are we so soft and fleshy? Anyway. All right.
Squishy.
We're so squishy. So this is an amazing story. A motorized surfboard filled with $100,000 worth of meth washes up in Tijuana.
What?
Awesome.
It is a motorized surfboard
Wow.
Where was the meth?
So it just looked like
buried in the motorized surfboard. So this is the motorized surfboard.
So it's like it's inside of the
it
surfboard?
was hollowed out. It was hollowed out,
and it was
they
all meth.
filled with $100,000 worth of meth.
And then they attached a motor to it and just like put it out to water?
It was motorized. And so now the question is, there's a lot.
Did they think it was going to arrive somewhere?
They're thinking this is a way for them to like be. But think about drones. I mean, because here's the thing:
no.
you throw a camera on that bad boy,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean. You have a
can
boat
guide
that's
it
like
wherever
way
you wanna
away, and who knows that it's yours? You're
Yeah.
just radio controlled fucking meth delivery device.
Whoa.
Crazy, right?
That's
So
insane. Drug dealers are getting creative.
yeah.
Well, there was the whole thing about the cocaine submarines, which
Wait,
I find
what?
so amazing.
What is this? Cocaine submarines?
Oh yeah, so they
I
make
get overly excited.
they
I'm like,
make
where is this
submarines.
cocaine submarine? No.
they make submarines
Yeah.
that are like first off horrible submarines, and they put these poor people in these like little containers which are like
made by Russians,
death
sold
tubes.
to the drug dealers.
not even that big. They make them in the jungles.
Oh.
And then they and then they like move them around, and so it's just like this
a
little
person's
thing.
inside of them?
They basically put like two people in there, and they're like like old
Cranking
style
stuff?
cranking shit.
Oh, it's not even like.
I mean, there's engines, but there's like a motor, but it's like all diesel and shit like that. So like they're just like,
oh my gosh.
I mean, they are drug traffickers, but you know,
So you shouldn't really care about their
yeah. I
well-being.
mean, you feel a little bit bad, but
Wait,
'cause
where
they're
was the
basically in the
surfboard
middle, too.
going? Was it going Did it end up where it was supposed to go? Tijuana? Were we
don't
sending
know.
it to them?
I'm going to say it was definitely not supposed to go to Tijuana.
Right.
Because I'm sure
Probably
you could
came from Tijuana.
I have a feeling it
washed right back up.
Yes.
I have a feeling it was like, I got this great idea.
Right.
What? It's a rodeo-controlled surfboard. Yeah, that is
was
a great
it radio
idea.
controlled, or was it, or did it just have a motor?
It just has a motor. They didn't.
Because
say...
I'm wondering if they just stuck a motor on it and they were like, "We'll just point it in the right direction and it'll get to where it's going."
Police said the surfboard powered by a turbine connected to 8 batteries.
Yeah, I don't think that had a radio. I think these people just thought
Surfboard believed
if they
to be
pointed
means
it in the right direction.
Yeah. Oh, it suffered an apparent mechanical failure when water entered the electrical compartment.
How did that happen?
By the way,
How did that happen?
That's a way to just be like, the wire's fried.
Yeah. But first off, who goes, all right, I got $100,000 worth of meth,
Okay.
and I'm in Tijuana.
Yeah.
What do I do? First off,
Hollow
what do
out a
you
fucking
have you ever had that thought of like, I could probably rob a bank? You know what I mean? Like,
I've
I'm
only
smart.
had the thought of I could be the getaway driver.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
could not rob a bank. You have ideas on how to actually get away
I mean,
robbing a bank?
Not good ones yet, because otherwise I
confident where
wouldn't
you
be
can
doing this
walk in.
podcasting. I'd be like, I'm a tech billionaire. I figured out how to rob banks.
Yep, there you go. Are you saying like no one's ever really sat here and thought, oh, if I was a drug dealer, how would I get my drugs places?
I'm just saying, if you choose, maybe
Did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
I did, but but Breaking Bad is a perfect example, right? Smart guy who goes, I can make money doing meth.
Yeah.
Now there's other cancer involved situations, which I think.
By the
is
way, he
good.
doesn't do meth. He makes meth.
Yeah. Isn't that doing meth? No, I guess not. Brewing? I meant brewing.
He
meth.
brewed
You
meth.
don't brew meth. Anyway, no, but I feel like all the people that you see getting arrested for like art heists and like, you know,
All the people I see getting arrested for
yeah,
art
you know, those
heists.
two guys.
It's like a dozen
Yeah.
guys every
No, but
week.
like for bank robbery, like the people you see with bank robbers, they look like fucking idiots. They're like, I walked in with a bag on my head and said, "Give me money."
Right.
Where it's like, I feel like if somebody who's smart kind of put their mind to it,
Right.
they could probably be like, let's do
Yeah, does
this.
shit like Mission Impossible actually happen? Like where they hang upside down from like elaborate pulleys and evade lasers and stuff like that?
should.
Does that happen and we just don't hear about it because if we heard about it, people would know it was possible? Or is that shit just not possible?
Or do we not hear about it because they never get caught? So they never figure out
Yeah,
that
but-
they were like
but-
hanging upside down with
Right.
fucking stencils.
But I think we would hear that. This is why I don't think we hear about this stuff, because if someplace has this state of the art security system,
Right.
and something does go missing from there, they don't want to admit it because then
Right.
they're admitting that there's flaws in their security system, and
The
people will try to
industrial
figure that
complex
shit
gets
out.
together and was like, we should just keep that mum.
Yeah,
That those alarm systems we made suck.
yeah.
Or
Like
that
the Mona
one
Lisa
smart
ain't the
dude.
Mona Lisa.
That
It's a really good copy because someone stole the Mona Lisa and we
That'd
just
be-
don't know about
That'd
it.
be fantastic. That's why it's behind so much glass.
Yeah.
Because it's actually like a poster of the Mona Lisa.
Yes.
And they're like,
Don't get too close.
Don't get too close. You can't get too close.
They bought it off of eBay.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, that's cardboard in?
Yeah.
He did that on cardboard. Okay, this is great.
Nice.
Yes. So anyway, drug boats.
Drug
Neat.
boats. What's
Are
our
now-
time? How are we doing?
28 minutes.
Whoa.
28
one more.
short.
minutes. Well, we
Yeah.
got
We
a couple,
also-
couple more things to chat about.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I have talked about this many times, but I found a website that I thought was fantastic as a good jumping off point to talk about how sometimes finding content is a pain in the ass.
Got it.
So it is a website called whatshouldiplay.steam.com. And literally what it does is you put in your Steam account URL. That was loud. URL,
Yes.
because you can have this like public Steam persona of like what games you've played, how much you've played them, stuff like that.
Right.
It takes all of that stuff and then goes, here's a game, you should probably play this.
Oh, I see.
You would like this.
It's like
That's great.
Yeah.
the iTunes suggestions. Like
Right.
since you
Yeah.
bought this, you might like this.
Right. But that leads me to the thing, which is Netflix is so bad at this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Netflix is so bad at this.
You're right,
I've
they
had so
totally
many
are.
times where I'm sitting at home and Heather's
On
out
a
of
beautiful
town.
day.
Beautiful
Don't
day. and
wanna
I'm
go
like,
outside.
screw you outside. You're just hot enough that I'm
I
going
want
to
to stay in and watch
inside.
Netflix.
And I'll turn Netflix on and I'll look through all of the things they show me because they only show you a couple hundred things.
Right.
They don't show you their whole library.
Right.
And the stuff it suggests for me is like, well, I watched this one weird esoteric documentary, so here's 70 esoteric documentaries that are about things you don't give a shit about. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, there needs to be a better way.
Or it's like, I just finished watching Bloodline, and now it's like, you should watch every other show that Netflix makes.
Yeah, right.
Even though they don't have anything to do with each other.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But you like shit that Netflix makes, so watch shit that Netflix makes.
Right, exactly.
As opposed to watching other family dramas and stuff like that.
Right, yeah. And we were talking about this the other day because I was like, I wanted to go down like a nostalgia road.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to type in, Inhumanoids, I think was the one I first typed in. Which, by the way, I was like, click, click. I was like, I fucking hate this so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Click.
Yep.
Inhumanoids. And then it's like, Inhumanoids, and it's like, they don't have it. And they're like,
so it suggests things?
yeah, and the things it suggests are like,
R.L. Stein's Goosebumps.
right, exactly. It's like Camp Nowhere. You're like, what?
Being human.
Yeah, not even being. It doesn't even get to the concept of Inhumans being. It's just like, 80s child programming. Here's all of our child programming.
Oh, a buddy of mine who I've known since I think we were like 7 or something like that. We went to middle school and high school together. He texted me. Apparently, listens to the podcast. Thanks, Jordan.
Hey.
But he said that last week's episode, because I brought up dinosaurs, it reminded him of Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Yes.
He's our friend and a whole lot more. Denver the Last Dinosaur. Show you a world you never saw before.
Wow.
Yep.
There it is.
There you go.
Alison Haislip, ladies and gentlemen. Alison
You're
Haislip.
very welcome. Yeah.
You can memeize that.
I'm kind of sad that I knew that song as well, though.
I did.
stoked
So
that
I
you
don't
knew that
know.
song.
Yeah, I don't know what. So what is this dinosaur you speak of?
You don't know of Denver the Last Dinosaur either?
Now, who came first before you mentioned that? Dink, the lost dinosaur, or Denver, the last dinosaur? There were two dinosaurs.
You're right. I forgot about that. I don't know. I didn't know Dink as well. I think Denver has a similar like Encino Man type story.
One played a guitar.
Like
An electric
Denver.
guitar.
Denver plays the electric guitar. Basically,
plays
it's
the
like
electric
That's set apart
you
from
know,
Dink.
kids in the 80s, like somehow, like I feel like he gets unfrozen or like he got zapped back from the past, and he's like, I'm a dinosaur, and they're like, we'll teach you how to be human, and they like dress him up.
I'm a dinosaur. It's okay. We'll teach you how to be human.
Yeah, they like dress him up
But
in
I'm
a
a
Hawaiian.
dinosaur.
They dress him up in a Hawaiian shirt and they teach him how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
And
That's
they like
fantastic.
they like sneak him around town, and people are like, "Who's your interesting looking friend?" And they're like, "Who's your interesting?"
Kind of looks like a dinosaur, but
Yeah.
he's got a Hawaiian shirt on.
Hey, your friend has some sort of facial maldeformities.
By the way, have we talked about
He
Jurassic
keeps trying
World?
to eat me.
No,
Did we? I went and saw it that night. Oh,
saw it.
Jurassic World.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Pants.
not a perfect movie, but it's
Entertaining.
Fun.
A lot
it's
of fun,
entertaining.
man.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
I'm
yeah.
excited to see. I have a whole list. I gotta like sit down with Heather and be like, here are the list of movies that I want to see. Which ones do I?
Can I see without you?
Yeah. Which ones can I just check off this list right now?
Well, I've
because
just
there's
been-
like Mad Max Fury Road. I haven't
Yeah.
seen because
What?
because she's like, I want to see Mad Max Fury Road, and we've not had time where we were like, let's go see a movie.
Right.
But I've had a lot of time where I was like, I'd go see a movie right now. You know what I mean? But she's.
But I can't because I'm married.
I just want to know what my list is because I'll just start tearing stuff off.
Yeah, exactly. But I kept the this is not a spoiler because they say it in the trailer, but they cook up a new dinosaur.
Hey.
Yeah, and it's like bigger and more terrifying and blah blah blah. And I could never remember the name of it, so I just called it Asshole Dinosaur. So it was Asshole Sore throughout the whole movie. And I was like, and then Asshole Sore does this, and Asshole Sore is a chick.
Ooh.
She's a dick.
She's a chick dick.
Yeah, she's a chick.
Chicks can be dicks.
You know
Yeah.
who could have talked her out of being evil? Denver.
Denver.
You would have played a song. And
How amazing would that have been if somebody like put in a little like Denver, the Last Dinosaur Easter egg into Jurassic
Yes.
World? Like they just pan by and one of the raptors has like a Hawaiian shirt on.
That would be so awesome.
It's just like, what? I was like, did that?
They do a few little good homages to the original, to
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff
Yeah.
in there. Very cool.
I'm excited. Is he? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because I'll see the movie. I was going to say, is he like related to
She?
the Sam Neill?
She?
Who's she?
No, you're talking
Oh,
about
who's
Chris
he?
Pratt.
Oh, Chris
Chris
Pratt?
Pratt.
No, nobody's
oh, no,
related
no, no.
to anybody from the
No.
first movie.
Got it.
Chris Pratt is just a like Navy SEAL who can, for some reason, train velociraptors.
But have you seen, by the way, the meme, the internet meme?
Oh my God!
of people-
Zookeepers being
do-
Chris Pratt
doing
yes.
the position.
That's
It's
awesome.
amazing. The one with the chickens is my favorite.
Yes.
Yes.
Although the ostriches one is pretty good too.
I think they're emus.
Oh, yeah, they're probably emus. Yeah, and then the camels are just sort of like, the fuck is that guy doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, the chickens one is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just so great. I love the internet sometimes.
Sometimes
Other times,
or all
not.
the time?
Sometimes.
We love you when you're nice to us, internet.
Yes. Have some.
Okay, do we have time for one more?
Yeah, 35 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
You get one more.
All right, well, in that case, I'm going to pull one out of this list of movies, of things that somebody sent me, because we had
Corey.
an email one. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Corey didn't send one. Hold on.
Oh, Corey didn't? I thought it was Corey.
Yeah, hold on.
Alice,
terrible.
sing a song, an 80s cartoon song, Bionic 6 or something.
Bionic 6?
Yeah.
How about...
Oh, man, I
can sing
remember that.
that.
I remember
What about
Bionic 6.
Captain Planet? He's our hero. Gonna bring pollution down to zero.
All right, you've done
What?
that one
You're
before.
upset. I have? Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. I was put on
Gummy
the spot.
bears.
Wait, it doesn't start that. It doesn't start that way. It starts
Dashing and
daring,
daring,
courageous and caring. Da 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 da.
The gummy berry juice.
Da 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 da. As they sing out in chorus all long while they dive through the air. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare. We are the gummy bears.
I stole money from my sisters as a kid. Went and bought a big bag of gummy bears.
I think this is our last story.
And then I sat on Saturday morning watching gummy bears and eating gummy bears.
You felt so cool.
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
Did each gummy bear make you feel worse and worse for stealing your sister's
Yes.
money?
I used to steal money from them to buy Transformers.
Was that your one sentence story for us this
I
guess it was.
stole money from my sisters when I was a kid.
and bought gummy bears and sat there and
Gummy
watched
bears.
movies. When I was like 3 or 4, I took a blue magic marker and I decided I wanted to be Cookie Monster.
Awesome.
And I proceeded to color my entire body blue.
It's fantastic.
Amazing. You're like Blue Man Group.
Yeah, and then my mother caught me and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm gonna be Cookie Monster." And she's like, "No, you're not."
Just be a damn cookie. Don't color yourself blue.
She made me take a bath and I was really sad. But I colored a significant part of my body blue with a marker.
Yeah, that was a big marker. You were really tiny.
Did it smell like blueberries? Was it one of those?
I don't remember.
Do you remember those when we were
Oh,
kids?
Yeah.
I think they had to make them illegal because sniffing markers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
it got you high.
you basically came home from school and you had like multicolored rings around your
It
nose.
was our cocaine
Yeah.
back in the 80s.
You're like, "Hey, what's up, Mom?"
Yeah.
It's like, "What the hell are you doing at school?" Learning with my brain.
And Alex, what's a ridiculous thing you did as a kid?
So many. I can't even imagine. Ridiculous. Wait for it.
Waiting.
I've done so many things.
Waiting.
First off, I was very happy. So I had a pocket knife when I was a kid, which was awesome.
Oh boy.
And my buddy and I went back to my house, and the sliding glass or the screen door was locked, and we wanted to go inside. And I was like, "I bet you I can pick this with my
Pocket knife?
With my pocket knife."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." So I tried, and then I was like, "Oh wait, no, I got it." So I just cut a little slit in the screen and slipped my finger and unlocked it and opened it up. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a fucking burglar." And my mom came and was like, "Why is there a hole in the screen door?" And I was like, "'Cause I got myself in."
Yeah.
Like sneaky.
Did you not
like
have a
the
key?
screen
Why
door
were you
was-
locked out of your own
Well, that
house?
was the other thing was that all I had to do was go around the front and knock on the door, and my mom would open the door. You know what I mean? Like, but I was like, "No, we can make this." Yeah. I was like, "We can make this happen."
Mom, MacGyver, pocket knife.
Oh my gosh. I lived on my street was a circle. I mean, kind of not a cul-de-sac. It was a circle.
Get out of there.
No.
Yeah, with
It was
no
like a
entrance,
9.
no end.
I guess like there was a main street, and then the bottom of the 9 went off of it, and then turned into a circle at the top. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But anyway, all the kids who lived in that circle, we all knew each other really well, and we all play together.
Were
and
you
so
called the circle jerks?
no,
Okay, keep going.
Brilliant.
because we weren't
Keep going.
jerks.
That, Alex. That's good.
But one day, my parents got a new refrigerator delivered, and so we had this sweet ass giant
no.
refrigerator box.
Refrigerator box for the win.
Yes, and also I should say the circle that we lived on was on a hill. So we decided it would be an awesome idea to put the refrigerator box on top of a couple skateboards and sit inside the refrigerator box and skateboard down the hill.
Genius.
Called
Totally
boxboarding.
safe. Boxboarding.
No. We just ended up like rolling down concrete in a cardboard box while skateboards flew all over the place.
But were you First off, how many children were in this box?
How did you survive this box?
I think maybe we did 2.
It was like a bag of cats.
Yeah.
It's just like put kids in a box.
How many people
and
can we
roll
fit
it.
in this box?
Oh, I used to love, man. That was like the holy grail of forts. If you would find
a refrigerator
box.
Yeah.
Although, do you remember the G.I. Joe, like, don't do these things, kids?
Yes.
And one of them was this guy plays hide and seek and gets in the, like, old refrigerator.
Oh, yeah, that it locks on the inside.
Yeah. And they're like, don't do that, kids. You're going to freaking die.
That's in the
your
Leftovers.
face.
They brought that back in the Leftovers this past season.
The Leftovers.
What was that pop? Are we still recording?
No.
I don't know. Maybe we're done.
That's the audience telling us to.
They're like, shut up. You digressed enough.
Quit talking about
But
it.
I digress.
But we digress. I do believe that might be the end of it.
Sure.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Hey, happy Father's Day, everybody.
They're listening to this on Monday.
Happy
it's already been Father's Day.
Hey, remember Father's Day? All right. Hope you had a good time too. Well, that's it for this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Alison Haislip.
That's Tom Krajewski.
Thanks for having me.
Yay. Is that it? Bye. 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 Bye.